think the biggest challenge is the volume that's there. There are more and more regulations, more and more issues, more and more things that might potentially go wrong, particularly in a society that is changing. And we've seen with COVID that sudden change causes huge amounts of challenge. And so I think the volume that people need to handle is there. The potential for things to go wrong is much greater, and the transparency around it when things go wrong is also big. So add all of that together, and you've got a lot more on the agenda than ever before. So I think from a regulatory perspective, there are going to be some changes, both from politically, they will want to be seen to be making changes, taking advantage of the opportunities, I think is how it would be phrased. I think from an ethics perspective, ethics is ethics regardless of the political context. So I'd say less there, but certainly from a compliance perspective, there's going to be a lot more to handle. Clearly, once you start introducing, there'll be new rules, there'll be removal of old ones. All of that means additional work for people in the compliance space. And so I started to do that, was able to set up a behavioural science function within UBS, and then I realised that this wasn't just a problem for the financial services. This challenge exists for everybody. And I thought actually one of the ways that you can deliver this is to work with companies across a range of sectors. And that's much more easily done when you work for yourself. So I've kind of taken the show that I developed internally on the road, and I now work with everybody ranging from chemical weapons inspectors through to retailers, banks, pharmaceuticals, you name it, anybody that has a regulatory angle. humanriskpodcast.com. It's available on all of the major platforms. And the idea there really is just to talk to people that can help us understand human risk better. So that might be academics who are studying behavioral science. That might be really interesting people, like I had a sexologist on who was talking about what we can learn from preventing the spread of HIV in terms of getting people to wear masks. So some fascinating parallels there. I've talked to people that have themselves engaged in acts that they now regret in terms of human risk. So it's really just understand the totality of how can we think about this dynamic, and how can we learn to manage it both for ourselves, but also if our job involves managing it for other people, how we can think about that.